Live and direct on Fight TV and Wrestle Universe, you're listening to Stuart Fulton and Mark Pickering. How exciting is this main event, Mark?
That's one of the favourite VTRs I've ever seen. That's setting things up nicely. We've got the tag team of the year in Sakuraba and Sugiura against the former champions in Nakajima and Kiyomiya.
If I were Sugiura, I would be quite nervous about how Masa Kiyomiya is going to come out here. Pulling a china shop.
Yeah, Kiyomiya has been ready to go since he came out. He's going to start things out for the aggression.
The tension in the air here.
Sugiura starting things out for his team. He's never one to back down for a challenge.
There's the bell, we're off. The main event is underway.
Two of the very best in the business in the center of the ring to kick us off.
They tie up. Sugiura is one strong man.
In tremendous physical condition, but look at the size of Kiyomiya as well.
The Congo powerhouse, Kiyomiya, backs him up. Threatening vibe there from Masa Kiyomiya, the crowd responds. Clean break, however. Here we go.
Slapped on that tie-up, and then the side headlock. Sends Sugiura to the ropes.
They meet in the middle. Flesh upon flesh.
Kiyomiya's turn for the shoulder charge.
Sugiura takes it. Comes back, one of his own. Kiyomiya easily takes it. Sugiura one after the other. Kiyomiya has to respond. He does. Staggers him back.
Sugiura's posture is lowering for a second.
Clash upon clash. This is the collision that we were expecting.
Clash of the Titans here.
Sakuraba's going to be glad he's not on the end of those.
Who's going to strike first? Get a psychological advantage. Sending the other man down.
Sugiura looking to tie up.
Kiyomiya reluctant. Eventually, here we go.
Pulls him in. Battle of strength.
Sugiura's backing him up.
It's not easy to back up a kaiju, but he's managing it so far. This is why he is the GHC Tag Team Champion. He has more than the average man.
And this is why Sakuraba sent Sugiura in first.
Soften them up.
That's right.
Sugiura trying to get under him. Kiyomiya responds.
It's going to take a Herculean effort to get Kiyomiya off the ground and into the air. You can see the strain on Sugiura's back when he tried.
A hell of a lot of deadlifting going on here. Nobody going up. There we go. He gets him up. Oh, huge shoulder charge.
Kiyomiya enjoyed that one. Flexes
So
to the crowd.
Follows
Stomping
up.
away now at Sugiura.
There's the tag.
In comes Nakajima.
Is Sugiura going to bring in Sakuraba? Yes, he does. Sakuraba comes in against this man.
The IQ wrestler wants a piece of the action. Recently submitted Nakajima with that calf slicer.
Watch for the kicks. Watch for the speed. Watch for the agility of Nakajima. Watch for the trickiness of Sakuraba.
You think Sakuraba may try to catch one of those kicks and counter it into a submission?
Inside leg kick to the post. Leg of Sakuraba. He felt that. He nods. Looking for the tie-up. Threatening with a fence there. This time steps out the way.
Nicely evaded by Sakuraba.
Nakajima kicks air.
Good reflexes.
These exchanges could boil down to just that, Mark. The reflexes. Who responds more quickly?
Experience is with Sakuraba, the Gracie Hunter.
Clean break. 5 minutes into this championship bout, the main event of the evening. Sakuraba jumps up, trying to pull guard there. Nakajima forces the break. It's a clean one. Sakuraba heads back to the center of the ring. This pair still to break a sweat.
Nakajima wants Sakuraba to back up.
Gave him ample time there, in my opinion, but I think Nakajima just playing mind games. Into the center.
Sakuraba likes to set things at his own pace. Sometimes very methodical in his work, especially on the ground. He has that catch wrestling background.
That's exactly what Kiyomiya said in the preview. He said Sakuraba he's always doing things at his own pace.
And he's dangerous from any position, including here. Nakajima looking to turn things over. Some kicks for good measure.
Oh, he can't do anything to defend them either. He was looking for the tag from Sugiura, but too far away. Take some punishment. Sakuraba in the neutral corner, trying to figure out what he's going to do next. They both gesture to each other to bring it. Sakuraba has to be the one to initiate because he's on the ropes. Oh, the Imanari roll. Looking for the Achilles. Sakuraba so dangerous in this position, but getting up on top and putting the pressure on is Katsuhiko Nakajima.
Sakuraba was working on that in midweek with Sugiura at the dojo.
Staying on the leg, looking for the knee bar.
It's all about hitting your opponent with the element of surprise with the Imanari roll.
This time Sakuraba's the one who has to step back. Nakajima gets back to his feet. Oh, those thigh kicks are brutal. Oh, nice trip there.
Nice inner reach from Sakuraba.
Again attacking the leg. This time it's on a little bit tighter. He's on that Achilles. Gets the rope break and he's trying to kick Sakuraba away. Sakuraba lets in Sugiura to follow up. Oh my dear Lord. Cranking down on that.
These two have had some legendary battles over the years in pro wrestling, Noah. Now they're doing it with the tag team titles on the line. One half of the champion, Sugiura, is taking this contest to Nakajima.
Look at that crank. He's got the elbow in, which is just between the calf bone and the muscle. That's a horrible, horrible crank.
Look at the angle and the extension of the knee as well.
It's actually more painful on the shin than it is on the ankle itself. Drags him into the corner, bringing in Sakuraba. Sakuraba straight onto that same leg. Sakuraba checks that it's not a break.
Sakuraba, of course, started his pro wrestling career in the early 90s, UWFI. But this is, in fact, the first championship he's held in pro wrestling. These GHC tag team titles are very dear to him, very dear to Sugiura as well. They'd love to make it to 1 year as champions in August.
They have defended them extremely well so far. But this, possibly the toughest yet. Nakajima is yet to unload. And Masa Kiyomiya has still got plenty in the tank. Here we go, starting to unload now. Catches the kick.
Dragon screw from Nakajima.
Battering into the legs of the legend.
Looking to hurt Sakuraba from every angle.
Tags in the man beast. Kiyomiya goes to work on Sakuraba. Oh, massive lariat. Sends him into the opposite corner. Follows up with another. Brutal. Bang! Oh, he missed it. Sakuraba just got out the way. Sugiura's in. Capitalizing.
Missed the senton. Sakuraba gone after Nakajima now.
It's kicking off with Sugiura and Kiyomiya outside. Those guardrails folding like origami.
For a moment, Sakuraba was getting flashbacks to some of those open weight clashes he had in Pride Fighting Championship up against Kiyomiya. But now Sugiura is subduing him on the outside.
A lot of pent-up aggression here from the aggression. Sugiura bringing his own aggression. Congo members distracting the referee in the corner. Sugiura getting some payback now from what comments Kiyomiya made before this match. He said, "Does it look like I'm taking the piss now? Do you think I'm taking the piss now? Does this look like I'm taking the piss?" He says. Clearly not.
Sugiura spits in the face of Kiyomiya.
That's highly unusual disrespect from Sugiura.
He's not a man you want to antagonize.
No, he's obviously been pushed to the limits by this Congo powerhouse. Sakuraba cranking. Oh, dropping the elbows down onto the nose of Kiyomiya. Nasty work there. Oh, there's the Mongolian chop.
Signature of Sakuraba's pro wrestling career.
Oh, deep under the neck there. Deep under the neck there. He's saying no, but even if he doesn't tap, he might go out anyway. Oh, this is a horrible place for Kiyomiya to be. Sugiura knows it, and he is confident in the skill of Sakuraba. Sakuraba moves to the front headlock. Referee trying to stop him.
Strong response from the champions against the powerhouse Kiyomiya.
Kiyomiya taking some more disrespect at the hands of the champion, Takashi Sugiura.
Fight back from Kiyomiya.
He's trying to rustle up the remainder of his strength. He's going to have to dig deep today.
Yeah, he's going to have to dig deeper than he's ever done in his career so far. Try and prize these tag team titles away from Sugiura.
One after the other constantly on the attack. Sugiura.
Boot to the face, one of the ultimate signs of disrespect here.
Yeah, you do not want to make this man angry. Oh, coming back now, Masa. Kiyomiya.
Yeah, huge fall-away slam from the challenger. Looks to his tag team partner, and he finds him.
Nods to Nakajima, and Nakajima jumps in, taking out Sakuraba in the corner there. Sakura comes in. Oh, he's on the neck.
Sakuraba's probably the last man you want to give your back to.
Nakajima on the wrong end of the champions right now.
Big boot from Nakajima.
But his kicks are second to none.
Takes out both men with kicks.
15 minutes into this title match, and the champions Sugiura and Sakuraba
both down.
Both down, both in trouble. Nakajima plotting his next move, springs up onto the top ropes. Sugiura looking for him. He's found them, but it's too late.
Missile drop kick. High risk and high reward for the challenger. Nakajima looks to the crowd.
Big response from everybody here in Yokohama.
He's in control now.
Oh.
Incredible quickness from Nakajima.
And another kick. Brutal work. High boot. Now Sugiura on the wrong end of this. Nakajima smiles to the audience.
Poses for the cameras.
Oh, this is a first. Sugiura gets out of it and goes on to it. Taking the leg.
He's got the ankle, it looks like. Nakajima's in the ropes, so he's going to have to release.
Dragging the angle.
This.
Nakajima's attack short-lived there. Sugiura
looking to take out the legs of Nakajima. And those violent kicks.
Sugiura sits him on the top rope. It's under the neck. Oh, this could be awful for Nakajima. Oh my word, this is not a good idea.
Look at the power from Sugiura.
Oh my word.
Bounces back up into the air, Nakajima. Kiyomiya breaks things up and he needed to.
Sugiura says, get out of here. And then he calls to Nakajima to stand up.
Sugiura shaping up the defense.
Oh, quick response there.
Nakajima takes up the Sugiura.
Beautiful, caught the kick there, but followed up with a high. Straight to the side of the head of Sugiura.
Drop toe hold into the second turnbuckle.
Oh, the knee into the face, followed by the kick.
Massive lariat. What a contest. What a main event we've got here.
This is bad news for Nakajima. Masa Kiyomiya in the corner, looking on. The fire burning in his eyes. He knows this is their chance. This is their opportunity. The aggression. Bringing the aggression. Coming back. Sakuraba's in now.
The title reign of the tag team of the year hangs in the balance. There's the senton. That's a move. He's pinched from Kiyomiya. And a second one.
Everything down on top of the chest of Nakajima and onto the leg again, looking for the straight knee bar.
Nakajima straight to the ropes. There's no let up from the IQ wrestler.
There's the ankle lock again.
Both through.
Sakuraba and Sugiura attacking with this, but Nakajima comes back with one of his own, reversed by Sakuraba. Still on that leg. Looking to crank the knee, but Nakajima gets the rope break.
Tremendous exchanges here.
Kazushi Sakuraba straight back to his feet. I'm not sure Nakajima will be so quick after that damage taken to his legs. Sakuraba on the single leg.
They know that's the base for Nakajima's offense. It's all from those kicks. Sugiura is looking to take out the left leg of Nakajima. Sakuraba is continuing to do so.
He's getting that leg up higher. The higher he gets it up, the closer he'll get to the takedown. Nakajima knows this. Driving him into the corner. Sakuraba not willing to let up. Gets behind his back, sits him on the top rope. Nakajima. Oh, a huge kick to the back of Sakuraba.
Sakuraba in the trio woe.
Oh my God. Oh, nasty kick from
Right to the
Nakajima.
ear in the head of Sakuraba.
Tried to kill him with that. Sakuraba says that was dangerous. And he's not wrong.
Release German suplex from Nakajima.
Ragdolled, and now following up, Masa Kitamiya
Another
sends him
German
over.
suplex.
Oh, this is horrible for Sakuraba.
There's the senton, Kitamiya's version. The title reign is in jeopardy here. Sugiura again.
Kitamiya dropped everything down onto him there.
Nakajima goes to work as only he can with the kicks. Front and back, left and right.
Turning his hips into every one of those kicks, coming off the rope for the last one. Looking for the pin. Can they take the title? Sakuraba gets out.
Fraction away from crowning new champions here at the Yokohama Budokan.
Kitamiya holding Sugiura back, not letting him get in to save his tag team partner. Sakuraba still on the canvas. Nakajima winding up with that grin of his. A huge kick to the legend. Rolls him over.
Can Saku respond?
Oh, another one.
So how many times, Stuart, have we seen it in Sakuraba's career? We've thought he's down and out, and he's come back and pulled it back out of nowhere.
If anyone can come back from the dead, it is Kazushi Sakuraba. Make no mistake about it.
That sadistic smile here from Nakajima, a trait we've seen from him since he joined Congo.
Sakuraba gets out of that one, misses the kick. Good work there, goes to the inside calf kick. Rolls him over, back onto that leg attack. Sakuraba has the figure four.
Nakajima's riding in agony.
Kitamiya trying to get in. This time Sugiura holding him back. Nakajima nowhere near the ropes.
Nakajima's got it all to do.
Surely not a tap. In this title challenge, you are not allowed to tap. Oh, another senton from Kitamiya.
Come on!
Come on, he says.
That's one way to break up a pin attempt. 120 pounds of steel right on Sakuraba's midriff.
Nakajima grasping his leg in pain.
Sakuraba will be winded from that one.
The question is, how does Sakuraba find his way in to attack those legs? That seems to be the only way he can take out Nakajima, because anything on the feet involving these strikes and kicks
Massive palm strike.
is all Nakajima. Oh, back to the inside calf kick. Oh, a double knockdown.
Roundhouse kick sends both men down.
Who's going to be first to get up?
Same technique at the same time.
Neo and Tanaske slamming their hands on the mat, telling Nakajima to get up. This is his chance. Do not miss your opportunity.
The crowd are loving this GHC Tag Team title action.
Nakajima rolls over.
And he makes the tag.
Tags in.
Sugiura.
Sugiura's in as well.
They're off one more time.
Elbow upon elbow. Screaming at each other. Kitamiya wants that belt. Sugiura does not want to give it up.
Neither man giving up an inch.
Nobody willing to back down.
This is how much the tag team title means to both of these teams.
brute force, Masa Kiyomiya. Picks up the champion.
Huge suplex from Kiyomiya.
Looking for the pin. Could this be it? Sugiura gets out. Masa Kiyomiya in the neutral corner.
Senses his opportunity now, wants to put away the champion.
Winds up for it.
Drives Sugiura into the corner.
Oh, sent him over. Good comeback from Sugiura there.
Very smart from Sugiura. Lifts up a knee, used his own momentum of Kiyomiya against him. Kiyomiya arguably overcommitted to that attack.
Sakuraba comes in with the low kicks from behind. And up top is Sugiura with the elbows. One after the other, this tag team going at the big man. Chopping away at him, trying to take his willpower.
Looking to floor the powerhouse, and they've done it.
Sakuraba takes away his legs, running in with the knee. Sugiura looking for the... Doesn't quite get it. Sakuraba has the back of Nakajima.
Yeah, Sakuraba's tied up Nakajima in the corner. Sugiura's just spotted that. He knows he's on his own now with Kiyomiya.
Caught that huge knee there. I don't know how he managed to do that. Sugiura gets out, takes the back. Kiyomiya trying to break the grip. Oh!
German suplex into the turnbuckle. Nakajima just sent Sakuraba head first into the ring post on the outside.
That was a nasty one. Sakuraba looked over to the commentary booth here with a pained expression on his face. Sugiura going to work in the corner. Masa Kiyomiya looks like he's out. Looks like he's out.
This is vintage Sugiura.
Sugiura shrugs the referee off.
He's unstoppable in this position.
Head and neck control from Nakajima on the outside here, dealing with Sakuraba. Putting in knee after knee.
Kiyomiya is trying to stand up to this.
Standing up he is digging deep now.
He's powering up.
Oh, that one sent him over. Nakajima makes his way back in. Managing to get away from Sakuraba momentarily. Sakuraba still taking the back of Nakajima deep under the chin.
Locks up Nakajima in the corner. Creating the opening for Sugiura against Kiyomiya.
Congo are on a wrong end of this attack here.
One-way traffic now from Sugiura gun.
Sugiura says, this is it. I'm going to finish you.
Looking for the Olympic slam. And he lands it.
Can he get the pin? 1, 2. Not
Kiyomiya with a foot on the ropes. He probably wasn't going to kick out, but he had the wherewithal to reach out 1 foot onto the ropes to break the count.
Sugiura
Break the pinfall.
and Kiyomiya over on the apron now.
Kiyomiya looking for Sugiura with a gut wrench attempt, it looks like.
He's trying to stay in there, holding on to the ropes. Can Sugiura separate him? Yes, there's the answer to that, but Kiyomiya comes back, destroying the knees of Sugiura.
Right on the apron, the hardest part of the ring. That's done damage to both knees of Sugiura.
Writhing in agony. Nakajima's managed to get himself away from Sakuraba, but Sugiura still nowhere to be seen.
Nakajima trying to get the blood flowing back in that left leg, which has been targeted by Sugiura gun.
Kiyomiya back in. Sugiura still hanging on to his knees.
Nakajima back in as well. It's going to be 2-on-1 at the moment. Sakuraba up against the guardrail on the outside.
Runs in, attacking him from behind. Masa Kiyomiya, followed by his tag team partner Nakajima.
Huge boot to the face, double bulldog.
Oh! Brutal work from these Congo members. Trying to finish it off and walk home with the titles.
There's the prison lock.
We are seeing a new beast coming out in Masa Kiyomiya. Screams to the crowd, screams at Sugiura.
That kneeling figure four leg lock is a deadly maneuver.
Sugiura screaming in agony.
Sugiura needs Sakuraba here.
The aggression. Coming back aggressively. Nakajima not taking the back of Sakuraba for long there. Hook kick to the face of the legend.
Vertical spike from Nakajima on Sakuraba.
Bang.
But they're not the legal men. The legal men are Sugiura and Kiyomiya.
Nakajima gestures to his tag team partner, Kiyomiya. He says, go for it, and go for it. He does. A big lariat from behind. One from the front, folding the champion Sugiura. Looking for the pin here. Masa Kiyomiya really in a world of his own right now.
Kiyomiya signaled enough is enough. He wants to put Sugiura away once and for all. Big Saito suplex. That's his trademark.
Can Sugiura come back from this? Just.
Mammoth effort from Sugiura.
Nakajima's got Sakuraba outside the ring here in a kiss gatame, pinning Sakuraba. Still at work is the big man, takes a knee from Sugiura, followed by a chain of slaps. He's taking them. He's on skates, but he follows with a huge elbow. Possibly breaking the jaw of Takashi Sugiura.
Out. What a right hand that was from Kiyomiya.
His eyes rolled in the back of his head there, Mark.
Kiyomiya put everything behind that, all 120 kilos.
Oh, drops him down on his already damaged knees. Still working the figure four.
Back to the prison lock.
Summoning up the demons is this Congo warrior, Masa Kiyomiya.
He looks unstoppable now, Kiyomiya.
Sugiura trying to come back from the bottom now.
Those slaps are not going to be enough. Sakuraba desperate to try and break things up. The Nakajima's got hold of him, trying to work a guillotine choke.
He's got the front headlock, a headbutt from Kiyomiya. The crowd goes,
That's it!
He's out!
The referee has stopped it. Sugiura is out.
Congo with an outstanding victory, the blood pouring down from the head of Masa Kiyomiya following that brutal headbutt against Sugiura.
It took blood, sweat and tears from the aggression to end this title reign from the Tag Team of the Year, the Sugiura Gun. They have lost their GHC Tag Team Championships to Katsuhiko Nakajima and Masa Kiyomiya.
March 7, Yokohama Budokan, the main event. You've just witnessed history. The belts change hands. The reunion, the aggression are the aggressors.
Aggression by name, aggression by nature. A thunderous headbutt. That's what put Sugiura out to end it, to end the title reign of Sugiura Gun. The Congo have added more gold to their group. Their leader, Kenoh, is the GHC National Championship. Now the Aggression, Nakajima and Kiyomiya are the new holders of the GHC Tag Team Championships.
Katsuhiko Nakajima and Masa Kiyomiya are victorious!
一番かっこいいプロレス、ここにあります。プロレスリングノア。絶賛放送中。
プロレス動画配信サービスレッスルユニバース。さまざまなプロレスコンテンツが月額900円でいつでもどこでも見放題。ここでしか見られない試合もプロレス見るならレッスルユニバース。